show you guys how to do an ankle tape job. Before we do any tape job, you want to assess the skin and see if there's any wounds or blisters or anything, and we'll want to take care of those first before we do. As we can see, there's not on this one. To help assist with the tape sticking to the skin, you can apply it directly to the skin, or you can put some pre-wrap down, or apply some tough skin just to help it stick a little more underneath the pre-wrap. I don't have any, but we'll typically want to put some heel and lace pads on. So if you were to have some, you would put it here over the laces, and then back here to kind of protect the skin, as those are where areas of more friction happen. When taping an ankle, you want to go down to the base of the, start at the base of the calf and work your way down. When applying the pre-wrap, it doesn't have to be put on very thick. It's just kind of a supporting layer underneath the skin, or underneath the tape for the skin. That rolled. Like I said, for your support strips, you want to start here at the base of the calf. Laying nice and flat. I personally like to work all the way down. And then you can kind of see how my angle has changed here. The way that the leg works, you'll want to work in a little more of an angle and then kind of go more straight across here, and then kind of change your angle the opposite direction as you go down here. So that the tape lays flat. These are your supporting strips. So then next we're going to do some horseshoes. You're going to want to start medial and work lateral. Most of the time, common ankle sprains are when you roll your foot in like this, so we're trying to prevent that motion from happening. So I'm going to have you have the athlete hold their foot up nice and tight into dorsiflexion. And then we're going to pull a little bit more into that lateral. So give it like a nice little tug up. And then lay the tape. And I'll do one more. And then just to hold those pieces in place, I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to create what's called a C-strip, coming around back here, making sure that it's nice and flat so that there's no wrinkles back here to cause any blisters or tape cuts. Okay, next we're going to do what's called a figure 8. I'm going to start behind the medial malleolus here, just like this. We're going to come up and over the foot. We're going to go back behind, coming up, crossing right over here, kind of where you're going to place your heel and lace pad. Come back down, end it. And then we're going to do one more. Nice and flat. Our next one can be a little difficult. It's called a heel lock. I personally start my heel locks up here. The hardest part about this one is the angle. Here is his medial malleolus. I'm going to start just right above it. I'm going to come back around the heel, coming up. And then as you can see, these two pieces of tape, my angle is off a little bit there. Can adjust that quick. These two pieces of tape should be even when you come back up and around. To begin, it's easier to do just one at a time. Again, checking to see if these two are even, as you can see from my fingers here. Then come up, close it. And then one more on each side. Okay, and now we're just going to close it off. So I'm going to put a single kind of loose piece around the bottom of the foot to hold all of that in. You don't want it tight, as the foot can pinch, and when you step down it'll spread out a little bit. So I'll put one strip down here, and then I'm going to close it, working my way up the foot, or up the leg, sorry. Again, checking my ankle.